Testing, testing. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Happy Thursday. We'll do some more baseball today, then head to do some God of War tomorrow. We're going to look for our 80th win of the year. We're going to take on the Blue Jays and the Red Sox today. 3 and 7 in our last 10. Those 3 that we played were the games where we controlled the Yankees. The computer is not giving us any breaks right now. Hyun-Jin Ryu versus Brandon Woodruff. As we try to get Woodruff back on track. He hasn't picked up a win in a while, so we'll pitch with him. And then Cal Quantrill versus Chris Sale, as we also try to get him back on track. And hopefully this gets the Yankees back on track. So we're going to go 13 up on the second place Blue Jays. The main arms in the pen look like they're good to go. Woodruff is ready with a minor injury to Brian Anderson. John Birdie, well, he would have got the start anyway, but that means Joey Gallo will DH today, actually, out of the 7 hole. The lone lefty in the lineup as Anderson continues to nurse his knee. A lot of ice cold, a lot of cold got hitters right now in the lineup, which is part of the reason why the computer is giving us 0 breaks. But we'll see if we can't turn that around today. As the dog days of summer, it's red hot in the calendar, but it's ice cold in the Yankee lineup. Yankees, though, still 12 games up on the Jays in the division with, let's see, 79-37, with about 40 games left to go in the season.
Your 2023
Nolan Arenado, of course, we see there getting to start at first. He starts at first on days against lefties. Brandon Woodruff, his 24th start of the year, an 8-4 record, a 3.41 ERA. About a 4-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, a whip just over 1. And Kevin Kiermaier, center fielder for the Jays, came over in a trade earlier this year with the Rays, hitting .276 overall, 9 homers, 41 RBIs, hits more power on the road, but much better average up in Toronto. So we'll see what he does here at Yankee Stadium as he takes the first pitch fastball high, 1-0.
707.
And now this is chopped foul, 1-1. The 1-1 to Kiermaier. Here's a strike at the top of the zone, 1-2. And just stays alive to get a piece of that curve, still 1-2. Slider right over the inside corner, strike 3, down looking, 1 away. And that will bring up Yandy Diaz, Yandy Man, former Jay hitting 240, or former Ray, excuse me, hitting 249. Swings through a fastball, 0-1. 6 homers, 22 RBI. Acquired at the deadline. That misses low, 1-1. So Toronto kind of becoming Tampa North. Is this one smacked to Arenado? He picks it, takes it himself, 2 away. When we look at the Jays starting lineup, we saw Kiermaier, followed by Diaz at third, Vlad Jr. at first, Bo Bichette at short, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. in left, Teoscar Hernandez in right, got traded to Seattle actually yesterday. And we'll have Daniel Vogelbach the DH, Kevin Biggio at second, and Danny Jansen behind the plate. Vladdy Jr., you see that hits righties actually better than lefties, surprisingly. 296 overall, 28 homers, 77 RBI. He is in that MVP conversation with several guys, as that's a strike, 0-1. And now fouls off a changeup, 0-2. And the 0-2 to Vladdy is well out of the zone, 1-2. Swing and a miss, blew a fastball by him at 98, strike 3. Very nice inning for Woodruff, and we go bottom 1. No score in the Bronx. John Birdie will lead off against Hyun-Jin Ryu, his 24th start of the year, a 12-5 record, a 2.97 ERA. A whip over almost at 1 1/4, and about a 4-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. About a hit per inning. Birdie, 255 overall, 17 steals. 4 homers, 11 RBI. Getting a fair amount of play time due to injuries with the Yankees, as that's fouled off. 0-1 out in front of a fastball. Ryu only tops out about 92 on the gun. He's got a fastball, a change, a cutter, a curve, and a slider. That slider, curve, change, everything's very, very slow, so it makes the fastball look that much faster. As swing and a miss on that changeup, as we just mentioned, 0-2. Wind carrying to right tonight. And Birdie goes the opposite way, off the end of the bat. Hernandez is there. Near the line, makes the catch, one away. We'll now look at the Yankee lineup. We just saw Birdie fly out to right, followed by Bobby Witt Jr. at third, Nolan Arenado at first, Avi Garcia in right, Wilson Contreras behind the plate, Jason Dominguez in center, Joey Gallo the DH today, Ozzy Cabrera at short, and Tim LeCastro in left. Witt, 10 homers, 28 RBI, a 263 average. Like many of the Yankees, he has been ice cold lately. Fouls off a curve, 0-1. Still out in front, couldn't hang back on it. Now swings and misses on a changeup in the dirt, 0-2. He got off to a red-hot start this year, Witt, but he has not been the same since the All-Star break. A swing and a miss on a back foot slider, strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, 2 away. And that brings up Nolan Arenado. 36 home runs, 70 RBI, a 293 average. He takes a pitch inside, 1-0. Him, too, has had been in a slump lately. The 1-0. Fouled straight back, 1-1. Just a hair late on it. And now chases the high fastball, 1-2. So it'll be a 1-2 to Nolan. Outside and low, 2-2. Looked like he might have started his swing, but he held up. And now the 2-2. Strike 3 at the top of the zone. Arenado down looking. We go top 2. No score in the Bronx as both teams go down in order. Bo Bichette, 17 home runs, 67 RBI, a 268 average. Will lead off the top of the second here against Woodruff and fouls off a fastball, 0-1. And there's a changeup in there for a strike, 0-2. And now fouls off a low slider, still 0-2. Swing and a miss, put another fastball by him at 99, 1 away. And now that brings up Gurriel Jr. hitting 265 on the year. And he takes a strike, 0-1. Gurriel, 14 home runs, 54 RBI. And that misses low, 1-1. You see there Gurriel looking to crawl closer to that 100 home run mark as that misses outside, 2-1. And that's inside, 3-1. Hernandez on deck. 3-1, popped them up, center field. Dominguez is there, makes the catch, 2 away. Now Hernandez, 18 home runs, 49 RBI, a 277 average. Takes a strike, 0-1. Swings to a changeup there, 0-2. He will chase out of the zone. And he does right there. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Strike 3, went after the slider. We go bottom 2. Still no score here in the Bronx. As Avi Garcia leading the league, hitting 345, hitting 390 at Yankee Stadium. 29 home runs, 81 RBI. And the first pitch from Ryu is smacked to the left side, but because of the shift, Bichette is there. Fires the first, in time, 1 away. Now that brings up Wilson Contreras at 19 home runs and 49 RBI, a 259 average. And Contreras jammed a little bit with that fastball. Hernandez in right field makes the catch. 2 away. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Gotta be happy if you're Ryu about that. And that brings up Jason Dominguez. 254, 13 home runs, 46 RBI. He's started to heat up again lately. Really starting to find that power stroke again here in the second half. And pops it up. Just missed that fastball. Jansen behind home plate makes the catch. 3 pitches, 3 outs. Oh, how did Dominguez miss that one? I will never know. But we go top 3. No score still in the Bronx as Daniel Vogelbach hitting a .130. Chops the first pitch to John Birdie. Because of the shift, fires the first. 1 away. Now that brings up Kevin Biggio, 9 home runs, 41 RBI, a .284 average. And he takes a strike, 0-1. And now this one, a little dribbler foul, 0-2. And now this one poked to Witt at, well, really at shortstop, but of course playing third. Because of the shift, fires the first, 2 away. And now that brings up Jansen, the catcher. Bit of a Yankee killer in his career. Hammers the first pitch foul, 0-1. Just got it in enough, did Woodruff. And that's just off the plate, says the umpire. 1-1. And that's up and in, 2-1. And that's off the plate, 3-1. Kiermaier on deck, the 3-1. Ball 4, so Woodruff walks the number 9 hitter. Jansen doesn't chase anything after that first pitch. And now Kiermaier takes a strike, 0-1. So a rare walk from Woodruff. As that misses off the plate, 1-1. He's kind of nibbling a bit right now this inning, as there's a strike to Kiermaier, 1-2. And lays off the low curve, 2-2. And Kiermaier fouls that off the plate, still 2-2. So Jansen, the first base runner for either team, as Kiermaier goes down looking. And we go bottom third, despite the 2-out walk. Nothing else here going on in the Bronx. Joey Gallo, 26 home runs, 59 RBI, a .256 average. Will lead off here against Ryu. And fouls a cutter off, 0-1. The 0-1 to Joey. Swing and a miss on a changeup, 0-2. And this one, a little dribbler to the left side. Fielded nicely by Diaz. Fires the first, 1 away. That brings up Ozzy Cabrera hitting .254, 10 homers, 40 RBI. Batting out of the 8-hole today against the lefty Ryu. Chases a high fastball, 0-1. The 0-1 to the Ozman. Swing and a miss, good curveball by Ryu. Had the timing down, but the bottom just fell out of it. As the 0-2 misses a little high, and the count goes to 1-2. And Cabrera now off the end of the bat to Yandy Diaz. Fires the first, 2 away. And now that brings up Tim LaCastro hitting .235, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs. Missed a lot of the season with his shoulder injury. Takes a pitch high, 1-0. The 1-0 to LaCastro. Rolled over to the left side. Nice pick by Diaz. And Diaz gets all 3 assists that inning as he fires the first. And we go top 4. Still no score here in the Bronx. As, speaking of Diaz, he grounded out 2 first in his first at-bat in the first. And he takes a pitch just off the plate, 0-1. Or 1-0, excuse me. And now this one is going to be the first hit of the game, as this one is into the corner. Garcia fields, and Diaz holds. Nice job by Avi Garcia to cut that off, but Diaz has himself a leadoff single. Just sliced it down the line, and now that brings up the ever-dangerous Vlad Jr., who takes one just off the plate, says the umpire, 1-0. And now that's off the plate, 2-0. And now this one pulled to Cabrera at short. He goes to second for 1, back to first. A 6-4-3 double play, just what the doctor ordered. And now that brings up Bichette with 2 outs and no one on. He struck out in his first at-bat. And he fouls the first pitch back out of play, 0-1. And there's a strike with the changeup, 0-2. And this one, a little dribbler back to Woodruff. He will field, fire to first, and that will end the inning. So we got our first hit of the game, but because of the double play, no one left on base. We go bottom 4. Still no score. As John Birdie 0 for 1. Flew out to right in his first at-bat.
The second baseman, John.
And he chops this one to second now. Biggio is there. Fires the first, 1 away. Now Bobby Witt, a strikeout victim in his first at-bat. Chops a changeup foul, 0-1. The 0-1 to Bobby. Smack towards dead center field and fairly deep. Kiermaier back at the track, looking up. It's off the top of the wall. He misplayed it. Witt hustling. He'll be into third with a 1-out triple. The park just held it as it hits the top of the wall. Witt gets his third triple of the year. And now Arenado can drive in the first run of the game with an out. He struck out in his first at-bat. So the pitch is low to Arenado, 1-0. You wonder if they'll pitch around him to possibly set up a double play. No, they won't, and boy, they should have. Goodbye, baseball! Into the second deck on Oppo Taco for Arenado. And the Yankees jump out to a 2-0 lead on Arenado's 37th of the year. Talk about breaking out of a slump in a big way. Nolan Arenado clobbered that fastball right down the middle. And the Yankees now have a 2-0 lead here in the 4th. So back-to-back hitters really getting some good swings against Ryu. As Garcia takes a pitch inside 1-0, and you wonder now, second time through the lineup, if Ryu's going to start having some trouble, some sustained trouble. The 1-0, inside-outed foul by Garcia, 1-1. 1-1. Smack to right field. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. Hernandez has a good arm, but it won't matter. Garcia will have a 1-out double. His 32nd double of the year, and now that'll bring up Wilson Contreras.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson.
Contreras swings to a high fastball, 0-1. The 0-1 to Wilson. Swing and a miss on a changeup, 0-2. Contreras would really love to start changing the narrative that he can't get hits with runners in scoring position. And that's going to be inside, 1-2. So 3 straight hits for the Yankees. A triple by Witt, a home run by Arenado, a double by Garcia. As now that misses inside to Contreras. The count goes level at 2-2. And this one skied to right, fairly deep. Hernandez back at the track and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Garcia stays put. The wind, the park just held it, even with the wind carrying to right tonight. Right against the wall. Hernandez nonchalantly never was worried, but Contreras just missed another 2-run home run. And now Dominguez is going to smack one to left field. That's a base hit. Gurriel's got a decent arm. Garcia being waved home. The throw is not in time. It's an RBI single for Jason Dominguez. And the Yankees take a 3-0 lead. Garcia with great speed was off with the crack of the bat. And although it was a good throw by Gurriel, Garcia just too fast.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
As there's the pitch, Dominguez going down to second. He is in there with a stolen base. As the pitch to Gallo was high. I believe that's Dominguez's 12th steal of the year. Even with the sidestep, Ryu just throws too soft. So now Gallo can get another run with a base hit here. Fouls off a slider out in front of it, 1-1. 40th pitch of the day from Ryu is low, 2-1. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Gallo just missed that fastball, 2-2. Swing and a miss out in front of another slider, strike 3, so Ryu holds the damage there, but the Yankees score 3 runs, 2 off the Arenado home run, and at the end of 4 full, it's 3-0 Yankees. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. 0 for 1 will lead off against Brandon Woodruff, and he takes a strike, 0-1. And now he's going to chop one to the left side. Cabrera is there, fires the first, 1 away. Now Teoscar Hernandez 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Struck out on 3 pitches, and there's a strike from Woodruff, 0-1. The 0-1. Chopped foul at the plate, 0-2. And that slider misses out of the zone, 1-2. And now fouls a fastball straight back, just missed it. Still 1-2. And this one's hit hard, a hanging curveball that's going to just get by Garcia. It's 1 hop against the wall. Hernandez going for 2. The throw not in time. That was a bang-bang play, and Hernandez is just able to get in there ahead of the tag for his 17th double of the year. And now that brings up Daniel Vogelbach, who grounded out in his first at-bat. Fouls one off there, 0-1. Vogelbach, even though he's only hitting a $130, does have a solo home run in yesterday's game. Swing and a miss there. 0-2. And now this one dribbled back to Woodruff. Hernandez will take the extra bag. Woodruff thought about going to third, but he takes the shore out at first, 2 away now. And that brings up Kevin Biggio, who's 0 for 1. And he skies the first pitch to deep right, but not deep enough. Garcia is there, makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. So despite the 1-out double, the Jays do not get anything else. We go bottom 5. Yankees up 3-0. Ozzy Cabrera 0 for 1 with the ground out. Will lead off here against Ryu. And chases a slider, 0-1. The 0-1 to the Ozman. Fouled off to the right side, 0-2. And now that one, a changeup outside, 1-2. As that was in the opposite batter's box. And swing and a miss, another changeup low, 1 away. As Cabrera chases that one, and that brings up Tim LeCastro 0 for 1 with a ground out.
The left fielder, Tim.
The first pitch to Timmy is fouled back out of play, 0-1. Good swing at that changeup. And now takes a pitch out of the zone, 1-1. Swing and a miss in front of that changeup now, 1-2. 50th pitch of the day for Ryu. Is just off the plate, says the umpire, and that levels the count at 2-2. And late, jammed in with a fastball. In on the hands, and Vlad Jr. will make the catch in foul ground. Just barely, but 2 away now, and now that brings up John Birdie, who's 0 for 2 with a fly out to right and a ground out to second. And he takes a pitch inside, 1-0. The 1-0 to Birdie. Fouled back out of play, 1-1. Swing and a miss on that big, slow curveball, 1-2. Ryu really pulled the string on that one. And now Birdie late on a fastball, but he stays alive as he spoils it. Still 1-2. And now this one hammered to deep left center field. Going back, Kiermaier looking up, and it's gone! Goodbye, baseball! The 5th home run of the year for John Birdie, his 2nd as a Yankee. This one goes 420 to left center. He got a hanger and he did not miss it. It's 4-0 New York. His 12th RBI of the year. And yeah, that was a changeup right down Broadway. That brings up Bobby Witt, 1 for 2 with a triple and a run scored. And Witt slices one, just fouled on the right field line, 0-1. Witt just missed that one. So Birdie boy goes boom. Swing and a miss there on a fastball, 0-2. And now Witt skies one to fairly deep left. Gurriel back at the track, looking up. It's gone! The Yankees go back-to-back and belly-to-belly. Bobby Witt, the baby bomber, gets a hold of one for his 11th of the year. Goodbye, baseball! It's 5-0 New York. Bobby Witt is able to pull one into the left field stands. And now the Yankees are up by 5. RBI number 29 on the year for Witt as Arenado hammers one down to left center field. Kiermaier will run this one down on the track to mercifully end the inning. But the Yankees get 2 more. Back-to-back and belly-to-belly. John Birdie. Birdie boy goes boom. And then the baby bomber, Bobby Witt. And at the end of 5 full, it's 5-0 Yankees. Danny Jansen, 14 home runs, 42 RBI, a 246 average. He walked in his first at-bat. And now he's going to hammer one on the left field line. That's going to be a base hit into the corner. Castro doesn't have a great arm. Jansen's got good speed for a catcher. And if Gallo was out there, he'd probably been out. But instead, it is a leadoff double. Jansen's 11th double of the year. And now that brings up Kevin Kiermaier, who takes a pitch high, 1-0. Now he fouls the pitch back and out of play, 1-1. And there's a strike again at the top of the zone, 1-2. He stays alive as he fouls off a curve, still 1-2. Now jackknifes out of the way as a slider backs him off the plate. And now he skies one to left center field and deep. Dominguez getting on his horse will run it down for the first out of the inning. Jansen trying to go to third is in there on the sac fly, so a productive out. As that brings up Yandy Diaz, who's 1 for 2 with a single today. Had the first Toronto hit. Takes a strike, 0-1. Now takes one low, 1-1. Now fouls off a fastball, 1-2. And now this chop to Birdie at second. They will take the out. Diaz out at first, but it is an RBI ground out as Jansen scores. And it's now 5-1 Yankees. And that brings up Vlad Jr., who's 0 for 2. 70th pitch of the day from Woodruff. Hammered foul. 0-1. The 0-1 from Woodruff is just outside. 1-1. And there's a strike at the top of the zone, 1-2. And Vlad just got a piece of that low slider to stay alive, still 1-2. Oof, that was a good curve, borderline curve. Did not get the call. As Vlad spoils another, 2-2. And another. Once again, the 2-2 to Vlad Jr. This one low, the count now full. Bichette on deck. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss. Flew a fastball by him at 97. We go bottom 6. The Jays scratch out a run, though. At the end of 5.5, it's 5-1 New York.
Your attention, please.
Jordan Lyles now coming in under the pen. Long reliever for the Jays. 25th appearance of the year. A 7-3 record. Also has a save and a 2.96 ERA. Garcia 1 for 2, a double and a run scored.
Leading off for the Yankees, the right fielder.
He will lead off here against Lyles. The first pitch, swing and a miss on a fastball, 0-1. Just missed it. Might have been tipped in the glove, actually. Fastball, slider, curve, changeup, sinker from Lyles. The 0-1, skied to right, fairly deep, but Hernandez is there. Makes the catch, one away. And that'll bring up Wilson Contreras, who has flied out twice in 2 at-bats, both to right field. Swings over the top of a changeup there, 0-1. Julian Merriweather also warming now in the Jays' pen. Contreras swings to another fastball, 0-2. And swing and a miss, got him on 3 pitches. Jansen will fire to first to complete the play, 2 away. Jason Dominguez had himself an RBI single in his last at-bat. And smacks this to the left side. Tough play for Bichette. Oh, and he's not going to be able to make it. He boots it. That should go. That is ruled an error on Bichette. And now that'll bring up Joey Gallo with a man on and 2 outs. And he takes a pitch inside, 1-0. That's going to be a tough play for Bichette, no matter even if he fielded it cleanly, but the error is justified. As Gallo chases a changeup, 1-1. The 1-1. Swing and a miss on a fastball, 1-2. And strike 3 called at the knees. Gallo down looking. And we go top 7. The error does not come back to haunt Toronto. Yankees still up by 4. Bo Bichette 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out will lead off against Woodruff. And skies the first pitch to Garcia in right. Garcia makes the catch, 1 away. 1 pitch, 1 out. You'll love to see it. That brings up Gurriel Jr., who's 0 for 2. And he takes a strike, 0-1. And that misses inside off the plate, 1-1. And now pops one foul and out of play, 1-2. The 1-2 to Gurriel Jr. is low, 2-2. Strike 3 called on the fastball, down looking, 2 away. And that brings up Hernandez, who doubled back in the 5th, was stranded at 3rd. And he pops the first pitch up. Cabrera has the angle and shallow left. Near the line, makes the catch. Get up and stretch. We're going bottom 7 as Woodruff pitches 7 brilliant innings here against Toronto. At the end of 6.5, get up and stretch. Yankees up 5-1. Ozzy Cabrera 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a ground out.
Leading off for the Yankees, the shortstop, Oswaldo Cabrera.
Looks like Garrett Crochet will pitch the 8th for the Yankees as he is starting to warm. A couple of lefties due up. And Cabrera, inside outs, one little blooper to left. Gurriel comes on to make the catch, 1 away. Jammed him with a slider. Now Tim LeCastro 0 for 2 with a pop out and a ground out. Fouls a fastball straight back and out of play from Lyles, 0-1. And now swing and a miss on a fastball, 0-2. And this one hit hard to the left side, but Bichette is there. Fires to first in time, 2 away. And that'll bring up John Birdie, who in his last at-bat went yard. 420 feet to left center. Would love to possibly do something like that again. Chases the high fastball there, though. 0-1. The 0-1 to Birdie. Fouled back out of play, 0-2. And this one smacked to the left side, knocked down by Yandy Diaz, but he'll just eat it. So that should be an infield single for John Birdie. And that'll bring up Bobby Witt Jr., 2 for 3 with a home run and a triple, 2 runs scored. First pitch from Lyles is smacked towards dead center. Fairly deep. Going back and making the catch, though, is Kiermaier to end the inning. So we go top 8. Yankees still up by 4. As in comes Garrett Crochet for his 34th appearance of the year. A 1-0 record, a 1.98 ERA, 14 saves, most of them with Chicago, the White Sox. Vogelbach 0 for 2. Fouls off a fastball, 0-1.
The designated hitter, Daniel Vogelbach.
In the 0-1, swing and a miss out in front of a changeup, 0-2. Lays off the slider, still now 1-2. Sellout crowd here in the Bronx. And this one chopped the third. Witt is there, settles, fires the first, 1 away. Now that brings up Kevin Biggio. He's 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. He takes a strike, 0-1. Out in front of the changeup, 0-2. And now skies one to left, fairly deep up playable. Castro's there, makes the catch, 2 away. Now Danny Jansen 1 for 1 with a double, a walk, a run scored. Funny enough, Jansen has reverse splits, does not hit lefties that well. But he takes a strike there, 0-1. Now fouls off a changeup, 0-2. Strike 3 called at the knees. Jansen down looking, does not agree with it. Barking at the umpire as we go bottom 8. Yankees still up by 4. And Nolan Arenado, 1 for 3 with a 2-run home run back in the 4th. Got the scoring started.
For the Yankees, the first baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Cole Sulser warming. Looks like Sulser will pitch the 9th. Arenado 1 for 3, again with that 2-run home run. Lyle's still in the game. And he fouls a pitch straight back, 0-1. The 0-1. Fouled back out of play again, 0-2. And now that one misses inside. The count goes to 1-2. And Arenado skies another one to fairly deep right. Hernandez back. Still back, looking up. It's gone! His second of the ball game. Goodbye, baseball. Another Oppo Taco for Nolan Arenado. His 38th of the year. And again, the wind might have really caught a hold of this one, it looked like, as it just kept carrying. And the Yankee lead is back to 5. It's 6-1 New York. And now that brings up Avi Garcia. 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Fouls off a curve. 0-1. It was a hanging curveball to Arenado that he was able to pummel. You wonder if, again, if that's going to shake the frost off of him. As Garcia now smacks one to the right side and deep. Hernandez back and makes the leaping grab. Robbing Garcia of extra bases for sure. Hernandez, full extension, bounces off the top of the wall for the first out of the inning. And now that brings up Wilson Contreras with 1 out and no one on. And he fouls off a high fastball, 0-1. Another foul ball there, 0-2. And the 0-2 misses inside, 1-2. Another foul ball there from Contreras as he spoils that curveball. Still 1-2. And now that pitch misses high, levels the count at 2-2. Swing and a miss on a low slider, strike 3, 2 away. As that'll bring up now Jason Dominguez, 1 for 3 with a single and an RBI. Also reached on an error. And swings to a fastball, 0-1. Now that misses high, 1-1. And Dominguez is going to pick up a second hit of the day, as that's going to be smacked to left field for a single. As he continues to have a very good second half. And that brings up Joey Gallo, 0 for 3 today. He struck out a couple of times, he's also grounded out. And skies this first pitch to fairly deep left center field. Kiermaier calls off Gurriel, will make the catch to end the inning. Just missed it, did Gallo. But Nolan Arenado didn't miss this one. A solo shot to right, and at the end of 8 full, it's 6-1 New York as Cole Sulser comes in for his 20th appearance of the year. 6 saves, those were all down in Miami. A 2.25 ERA in 20 innings pitched. And Kevin Kiermaier will lead off. It'll be the 1-2-3 hitters for the Jays. The first pitch just a little high. 1-0. And now this one, line to left. LeCastro is there, makes the catch. 1 away. And now Yandy Diaz, 1 for 3 with a single. Also an RBI ground out. His 23rd ribby of the year. And he takes a strike. 0-1. And now fouls off a changeup. 0-2. Just got a piece of that slider, still 0-2. And lays off the low curve. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Ooh, a fastball by him at 95. 75-mile-an-hour curveball, 95-mile-an-hour fastball. 2 away. And Vlad Jr. is the last hope for Toronto. Swings through the first pitch, 0-1. And now chops this to the right side because of the shift. Guerrero with a rare shift-beating single. And the inning stays alive as he passes the baton to Bo Bichette. Bichette 0 for 3 today. He takes a strike, 0-1. There's a strike in the outside corner. 0-2, Toronto down to their last strike. The 0-2 from Sulser. Skied to right, but Garcia is there. Makes the grab as he falls to his belly. Kind of belly flops out there and right as his momentum took him down, but it's a win either way. Sulser pitches a very nice ninth, and that's a formula you'll take every time. 7 one-run innings, 7 innings, 1-run ball from Woodruff. He improves to 9-4. Ryu drops to 12-6. Home runs by Arenado, Bobby Witt, John Birdie. And then a pair of scoreless innings from the bullpen. A 1-2-3-8 from Crochet, and a very nice ninth from Sulser. So this 3-game series is now split 1 apiece. Arenado with a pair of home runs and 3 RBIs. Your player of the game again, Woodruff. 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, 3 hits, 1 run, and 7 innings pitched. Ryu, no walks, 4 strikeouts, 6 hits, 5 runs in 5 innings pitched. He is the loser. So the Jays were held to 4 hits. And you wonder if maybe now the Yankees will start to turn things around just a little bit. Nate Pearson versus Joe Musgrove. And the Yankees lose 2-1. Mesa gets the save, and it's just every game that we are playing. Pearson goes to 4-5. Musgrove, and that's another hard luck loss for him. It just, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get why everything we sim now, we can't win. Nick Pivetta versus Robbie Ray. Well, we won that one, finally, 3-1. I guess it helps the fact that we're playing the Red Sox. Gallegos gets the save. Ray goes 7 2/3 innings pitched, gives up 1 run, a lot of walks. Hicks gets a hold. Gallegos to save. Pivetta gives up only 1 earned run in 6 innings. He falls hard luck loser to 7-12, but the way the Yankee offense has been going lately, he'll take it, and especially because now we're going to be playing as Cal Quantrill versus Chris Sale. So the Yankees 12.5 games up on 12, still 12 full games up on the Blue Jays. Now we're going to tweak our lineups now that Brian Anderson is back. And again, I just don't understand why everybody's still ice cold. I don't get why all these guys are ice cold. Like, especially Arenado had that 2 home run game. Like, I don't understand why he still has the cold designation. John Birdie's starting to find his power stroke, though. Anyway. We'll save, and then Cal versus Chris. So look at the standings. Yeah, Yankees still 12 or 11 or 12 games better than everybody else in the league. Which is always good to see. As we make our way through the middle of August, and then let's see. Might do Brandon Woodruff again next week. Try and get him his 10th win of the year against Michael Pineda back in the Bronx. And see if... yeah, and then against Houston, whatever this is, this will be Garrett Cole game. So that's what we'll do. We'll do Woodruff and Cole next Tuesday. But right now, let's... play ball. See if we can get Cal Quantrill back into the win column. A couple of no decisions, a couple of tough losses. Everybody pretty much available except for maybe Gallegos. With the lefty on the mound, we're going to have everybody go. Yeah, Skip. It's a lefty. 184, but he was hitting 150. He's been hitting much better against lefties lately. So we head up to Fenway for this short 3-game set before returning to the Bronx. Chris Sale's 25th start of the year, a 13-6 record, a 3.15 ERA, a WHIP just over 1, about a 4-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. John Birdie, 259 average, 6 home runs, 13 RBI. Sale, fastball, slider, circle change, sinker pitcher. The first pitch, golf towards center field. That dunks in for a leadoff base hit. So, again, screw your numbers. That was when he was with Houston and Miami. So, wind blowing in from dead center today. We'll see if that has any effect. Oh, and they got him picked off. The throw down to second is just in time, actually. Wow. It was a bad throw from Sale, so Birdie gets picked off. I hate that. Swing and a miss there, 0-1. But it's like you're thinking, oh man, I can get something going, but you get the timing not right. Swing and a miss there, 0-2. I also don't know who the Boston catcher is anymore, because it's not. I don't think it's Vasquez anymore. Whoever the heck Herrera is. Dang. Swing and a miss by Witt, strike 3, now 2 away. So the pickoff and then a strikeout. Now that brings up Nolan Arenado. It's hard to steal on lefties. As Arenado fouls off a fastball, 0-1. Now swing and a miss on the changeup, 0-2. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Strike 3. So a couple of strikeouts and a pickoff. And we go bottom 1 as Cal Quantrill faces Alex Verdugo. 12 home runs, 32 RBI, 258 average. Those 18 home runs is a career high now for Verdugo as he checks his swing, but it's a strike anyway. 0-1. And this one grounded to Brian Anderson, his first action after missing 4 games. What's up, Lynn? How's it going? Oh, I forgot to check the box score. Anyway, Verdugo's followed by Bogarts at short. Devers is the DH today. Trevor Story at second. Mike Yastrzemski in right. Dahlbeck at first. Arroyo at third. Duran in center, making his first start of the year. And Herrera behind the plate. Bogarts hitting .239. Little broken bat dribbler back towards the right side. Arenado flips the Quantrill covering. 2 away. How's it going, Lynn? Rafi Devers now 23 home runs, 62 RBI, a 282 average. Fouled off at the plate, 0-1. And another foul ball, 0-2. The 0-2 from Quantrill is in the dirt, 1-2. Devers lays off. The 1-2, another foul ball. And another foul ball as Devers staying alive here. A little bit of everything from Cal. And the 1-2. It's just off the plate, says the umpire, 2-2. Now Devers reaches out and pokes one foul, still 2-2. And that's in the dirt. Trevor Story on deck. You don't want to walk Devers if you can avoid it. Story with 29 home runs, 70 RBI. And that borderline pitch does not go Quantrill's way, a rare walk. And now that brings up Story, who swings through a first pitch fastball, 0-1. And that misses down and in, 1-1. And now this one chopped to Cabrera. Fields settles, fires the first in time, so the 2-out walk does not come back to hurt the Yankees, and we have no score going top 2 here in Fenway. Avi Garcia, 338 average, 29 home runs, 81 RBI. Nice, Lynn. Congratulations, buddy. Garcia swings through a high fastball, 0-1. Garcia struggling lately, average on the 338. It's a smacked foul, 0-2. I say that because he was near he was at 350 at one point. Still has a big lead though in the batting race. And he smacks this to the left side. That's going to help him out. That's a base hit to left. A shift-beating single. And that'll bring up Wilson Contreras, who has been struggling lately. Average at 258, 19 home runs, 49 RBI. Swings through a fastball, 0-1. The 0-1 to Contreras. Swing and a miss on a changeup, 0-2. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss, blew a fastball by him, strike 3, 1 away. As that'll bring up Jason Dominguez, who's hitting 252.
Batting 6, the center fielder.
Had a very good second half thus far, though. He fouls a fastball back out of play, 0-1. Dominguez now at 13 home runs, 47 RBI. And swing and a miss on a changeup, 0-2. Dominguez, surprisingly for his speed, has hit into 13 double plays this year. As now Sale checks on Garcia, but nothing doing this time. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss, chases one out of the zone, tried to hold up, but couldn't, 2 away. And that'll bring up Brian Anderson back in the lineup after missing 4 games with a some knee inflammation. 12 home runs, 40 RBI on the year. He fouls the first pitch back out of play, 0-1. Anderson hitting 293, playing second base today. The 0-1. Way inside, almost hit him. As he spins out of the way, 1-1. I don't know how he got out of the way of that one. And the 1-1. Just missed the fastball right down Broadway, 1 and 2. That was the pitch to hit. It'll be a 1-2 now, though. And this one hammered towards left center field, and this will be caught by Verdugo on the run to rob Anderson of extra bases. We go bottom 2. No score. Mike Yastrzemski, 10 home runs, 33 RBI, a .271 batting average. Will lead off against Cal Quantrill and hammers the first pitch on the right field line. That's going to be a base hit. And, oh no, I'm sorry, it's just foul. I thought that had landed fair. So a break for the Yankees, as that's a long, loud strike, and now a foul ball, 0-2. I thought that had landed, like, on the line or something. As now check swing, strike 3. Contreras tags Yastrzemski, 1 away. Now Bobby Dahlbeck hitting 260. Takes a strike to the top of the zone, 0-1. And now chops one to the left side. Cabrera there. Settles, fires the first, 2 away. And now Christian Arroyo, 7 home runs, 41 RBI, a .206 average. Fouls one straight back out of play, 0-1. And now chops a changeup foul, 0-2. The 0-2. Low and outside, 1-2. And that's also low and outside, 2-2. Trying to get in the chase, breaking pitches out of the zone. As now this one popped up to right. Garcia is there, makes the catch, and we go top 3, still scoreless here in Fenway. The end of 2 full, no score in Boston. Ozzie Cabrera, 10 home runs, 41 RBI, a .251 average. He will lead off here against Chris Sale in the top of the 3rd. Swings and misses on a low fastball, 0-1. Ozzie's been in a terrible second half slump. The 0-1, smack to the left side. That'll help him out, though. That's a base hit to left. So Cabrera with a leadoff single. And that'll bring up Tim LeCastro now, hitting .229 with 3 home runs and 8 RBI. And LeCastro pops up a bunt attempt. That goes foul, 0-1. So much for the element of surprise. And now swing and a miss on a changeup, 0-2. Check on Cabrera at first. And it'll be an 0-2 to LeCastro. And that misses outside, 1-2. Another check on Cabrera. And we'll do the 1-2. And this one just fouled on the right field line, still 1-2. Castro late on the heater, but he got a piece of it to spoil it. Swing and a miss. Blew a high fastball by him, one away. And that'll bring John Birdie back up. He singled in his first at-bat, then got caught stealing.
Designated hitter, John Birdie.
And he fouls a fastball straight back. 0-1, just a hair late on it. Birdie, though, 6 for his last 15 after that first at-bat. And now fouls off a changeup out in front of it. 0-2. Yankees just having a little trouble getting Sale's timing down. 30th pitch of the day from Sale is smacked hard down the left field line. Foul, still 0-2. Everything's been in the same spot. It's just been different speeds. As that misses outside, a changeup that tumbles out of the zone. 1-2. Cabrera, good speed off of first. He singled to start the inning. The 1-2, swing and a miss, blew a fastball by him, 2 away. And that brings up Bobby Witt Jr., who struck out on 3 pitches in his first at-bat.
Up next for the Yankees,
11 home runs, 29 RBI.
Witt Jr.
And late on the fastball, as Sale dials it up to 95, 0-1. Another check on Cabrera over at first. So Yankees have had a single every inning, but nothing to show for it beyond that. At least up to this point. The 0-1 to Bobby Witt. Skied to right, fairly deep. Going back is Yastrzemski. Still back, and it's over his head, and that's a break for Boston, as that's going to hop over the wall for a ground rule double. And Cabrera has to stop at third. He would have scored easily if that stayed in the park. Instead, it's Witt's 13th double of the year. And the baton is passed to Nolan Arenado, who struck out in his first at-bat. Arenado spoils a fastball there, knocks it straight back 0-1. And so you wonder if Sale might pitch around Arenado, but then you have the dangerous Garcia on deck. And Arenado, that is up the middle, and that's going to be through for a base hit. Scoring easily is Cabrera. Witt will also be waved home. It's a 2 RBI single for Nolan Arenado. He now has 75 on the season, and the Yankees take a 2-0 lead. So a bad break with the ball bouncing over the fence, but Arenado picks up his teammates, and it's now 2-0 New York. As that brings up Avi Garcia 1-for-1 with a single today. And takes a pitch outside, 1-0. And now Garcia just missed the sinker. Popped it up on the infield. Arroyo down from first makes the catch. Or that's Dahlbeck. Arroyo's at third. But that'll end the inning, but the Yankees strike first. The 2-run third. At the end of 2.5, it's 2-0 Yankees. Jarren Duran, his first at-bats of the year, called up recently.
Leading off for the
And he tries to bunt his way on. It's a beautiful bunt. Witt fires the first, but it's not in time. A bunt single for Duran. And that brings up Jose Herrera, the catcher, now hitting a $154. And he takes a strike, 0-1. That misses off the plate, 1-1. And now this one looped down the left field line, 1-2. And now this one chopped to Witt. Goes to second for 1. On to first. A 5-4-3 around the horn double play. So Duran's bunt single is for naught. Although it is the first Red Sox hit. Witt turns that beautifully. Or starts it beautifully. Anderson turns it. And now Verdugo's up with 2 outs and no one on. And he's going to line this one to right center field. That's going to be a base hit. He'll dunk in front of Dominguez. Verdugo thinks about going to second, but holds there as Dominguez has a very good arm. So a 2-out single, and now that brings up Xander Bogaerts, who's 0 for 1. He takes one inside, 1-0. There's a strike with the changeup, 1-1. And a strike with the fastball, 1-2. Slider misses out of the zone, 2-2. Ooh, and that one just a little low, says the umpire. 3-2. Checked his swing, but went around, chases the slider. Bogart strikes out, and we go top 4. So the Red Sox get a couple of hits, leave a man on at the end of 3 full here in Boston. It's 2-0 Yankees. Wilson Contreras, a strikeout victim in his first at-bat, will lead off here in the top of the 4th.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson.
Checked his swing, but it's a strike. Umpire says he went around 0-1. Now swing and a miss on a changeup, 0-2. Swing and a miss on a fastball on the inside part of the plate, 1 away. Contreras has just looked lost at the plate recently. Dominguez, a strikeout victim in his first at-bat as well. And now a blooper, humpback liner to Story at second. He makes the catch, 2 away. Now Brian Anderson, he lined out in his first at-bat. Steps up with 2 outs and no one on. And now a blooper towards shallow center coming on, and that will be caught by Duran. Good closing speed there to end the inning. A quick 4th. We go bottom 4. Yankees still up by a pair as Rafael Devers drew a walk back in the first. He takes a strike there, 0-1. Checked his swing, but went around, says the umpire, 0-2. And now that fastball's off the plate, 1-2. And there she goes, a hanging slider. Goodbye, baseball. Off the pesky pole, his 24th of the year. Again, that's only a home run here in Boston because of that stupid pesky pole. And Boston's on the board. It's 2-1 New York. Yeah, it wasn't even a terrible slider, but he went out and got it, and again hit the poles. That brings up Trevor Story now, who takes one inside, 1-0. That's off the plate, says the umpire, 2-0. Now Story fouls off a fastball, 2-1. Swing and a miss on a slider, 2-2. Good pitch there by Quantrill. Now that one out of the zone, 3-2. Yastrzemski on deck. And now this one fouled back out of play, still 3-2. And now this one lined to right because of the shift. This is going to be extra bases. Garcia is going to have to dig it out of the corner. Story is going to go for, he's going to hold at second. He realizes he's the tying run and there's nobody out. He took a wide turn at second, but holds with his 25th double of the year. As there's a strike, 0-1. That would have, again, the shift hurts the Yankees there. As now Yastrzemski, a little dribbler in front of the plate, a swinging bunt. Contreras takes the shore out at first, 1 away. And now that brings up Bobby Dahlbeck, who grounds this through the left side, and the game is tied. An RBI single for Dahlbeck. And we are knotted at 2 here in the 4th, as that brings up Christian Arroyo. He swings through a fastball, 0-1. And that's off the plate, 1-1. There's a strike with the slider, 1-2. Checked his swing, did not go, says the umpire, 2-2. And now this one popped up to right. Garcia is there. He will make the catch, 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th. Now Jarren Duran, he was actually 0 for 3 coming in tonight. Got his first hit of the season, a bunt single. And now swings at the first pitch and pops it up to Garcia in right. Garcia will make the catch, and that will end the inning, but the Red Sox tie it at 2. We go top 5. All knotted up here at Fenway. 2-5-0 for the Yankees, 2-5-0 for the Red Sox. As Ozzie Cabrera 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored, leads off against Chris Sale. And he takes the first pitch and skies it to left center fairly deep, but again, the wind is blowing in. Catch is made out by Duran in left center, 1 away. Now Tim LeCastro 0 for 1.
The left fielder, Tim LeCastro.
Just hits a little slow roller to third. Good play there by Arroyo. 2 away. It's just out in front of that slider, and LeCastro knows it. Knows he missed it. John Birdie now 1 for 2 with a single.
Birdie.
Hammers one to right center field and fairly deep. Yastrzemski going back. So is Duran, and it is going to be one hop again. A lucky break for the Red Sox, as that's an automatic double over the wall. Birdie would have at least been on third. And now that brings up Bobby Witt. So Birdie gets his 7th double of the year. As that misses outside to Witt 1-0. Witt doubled, scored a run in his last at-bat. Would love to get another double here to pick up that run from second. The 1-0 misses high, 2-0. And now the 2-0. Smack to the right side and through for a base hit. They're going to wave Birdie home. The throw is not in time, and Witt will take second on the throw. It's an RBI single for Bobby Witt, his 30th ribby of the year, and the Yankees retake the lead 3-2. Witt shot it through the right side with Birdie's speed. He was off to the races. And now Nolan Arenado 1 for 2 with an 2 RBI single. A chance to pick up Witt again from second. He fouls off a sinker, 0-1. The 0-1. And Arenado fouls off a fastball, 0-2. So 3 2-out RBIs for the Yankees today. And Arenado chases the slider, strike 3, we go bottom 5. But Bobby Witt Jr. picks up a ribby. And at the end of 4.5, the Yankees retake the lead 3-2. Jose Herrera hit into a double play in his last at-bat.
For the Red Sox,
Takes a strike there, 0-1.
Herrera.
And now little dribbler back to Quantrill, who will field, settle, fire to first, 1 away. And now Alex Verdugo 1 for 2 with a single back in the third. And he pops this up foul territory just by a diving Witt, 0-1. And now a strike at the knees, 0-2. And swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt, strike 3. Contreras gets the angle, fires the first 2 away. Now Xander Bogaerts 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Fouls off a fastball, 0-1. And there's a strike with the changeup, 0-2. And this one chopped to Bobby Witt. Fields it on a tough hop, fires the first, a 1-2-3 fifth for Quantrill. We go top 6. Yankees up by a run. Avi Garcia, 1 for 2 with a single, will lead off here against Chris Sale.
Leading off for the Yankees, the right fielder, Avisail Garcia.
And swings through a fastball, 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, another fastball, 0-2. And now popped them up. Just missed the slider. Herrera in foul ground makes the catch, 1 away. And now that brings up Wilson Contreras. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Has not looked good at all tonight against Chris Sale. Chases the fastball, 0-1. And that misses inside, 1-1. And this fouled back out of play, 1-2. The 1-2 to Contreras. Swing and a miss. Flew a fastball by him. Strike 3, 2 away. And that brings up Dominguez, who's 0 for 2. And actually, I'm trying to think. I want to save Crochet if I can for later. Especially like especially against Story. And Dominguez rolls one over to short. Bogarts is there. Fires to first. Another quick inning for Sale. And we go bottom 6. Yankees up 3-2. Rafi Devers homered in his last at-bat off the pesky pole. He's 1 for 1 with a home run and a walk. He takes a strike there, 0-1. And now hits this one right into the teeth of the shift. Anderson settles, fires the first, 1 away. The shift finally worked. That brings up Trevor Story, 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. And he takes a strike on the outside edge, 0-1. Quantrill trying to give the Yankees 6 strong. This chop foul, 0-2. The 0-2. It's up the middle. Again, though, because of the shift, Anderson is there. Fires the first, 2 away. And now that brings up Mike Yastrzemski, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. He takes a strike top of the zone, 0-1. And now that one's off the plate, 1-1. And now this one fouled back out of play, 1-2. And now jammed with a slider. Garcia in shallow right will make the catch. Quantrill sets down the last 7 he faces. Gets through 6, gives up only 2. We go top 7. Yankees up 3-2. Brian Anderson 0 for 2 with a flyout and a line out.
Leading off the second baseman, Brian Anderson.
And Colt Sulcer starting to warm. Looks like he will pitch the 7th for the Yankees. And Anderson, a high-hanging slider, but he was out in front of it. 0-1. That was the pitch to hit. That was in his happy zone. But he pulled it foul. As now this slider misses outside, and the count goes to 1-1. Now that's off the plate, 2-1. Actually, depending on how it goes, I might have Crochet pitch the 9th and get the save. That misses outside, 3-1, and give Gallegos a day off. Ozzie Cabrera on deck. It'll be a 3-1 to Anderson. And there's a strike to count now full. I think it's the first full count of the day for Sale. The 3-2. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Strike 3, 1 away. And that brings up Ozzie Cabrera. 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored.
The shortstop, Oswaldo Cabrera.
Cabrera out in front of another slider. 0-1. And swing and a miss on a fastball. 0-2. Ooh, just off the plate, says the umpire. 1-2. This will be the 70th pitch of the day for Sale. Probably his last inning of work. And chased by Cabrera, swing and a miss. Herrera throws the first to complete the play. 2 away. As Tim LeCastro now 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Fouls off a fastball. 0-1. Swing and a miss on a high fastball, 0-2. Well, Castro's number comes up again, and that's a righty on the mound. We're pinch hitting for him for sure. As this one, a little slow roller up the middle. Story, backhand, settles, fires the first. Just got LeCastro, ever so barely. Almost an infield single, but instead, get up and stretch. We're going bottom 7. Yankees nursing a 1-run lead as in comes Cole Sulser, his 21st appearance of the year. A 2.14 ERA in 21 innings pitched. About a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. He will face the 6, 7, 8 hitters. And this one, first pitch swing hit the deep center. Again, wind blowing in though today. Dominguez on the track will make the catch, 1 away. And that brings up Christian Arroyo, 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts. And he takes a strike at the top of the zone, 0-1. And now a slow roller to the left side. Cabrera, tough play, charges, fires the first. Got him by a stride, 2 away. Now Jarren Duran, 1 for 2. The bunt single in his first at-bat was erased on a double play. Swings through a fastball there, 0-1. And now chops this one to Bobby Witt at third. Fires the first, an easy inning for Sulser. We go top 8. Yankees still up 3-2 as in comes Hansel Robles, his 57th appearance of the year, a 5.63 ERA, about a 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, 2 blown saves, a 2-4 record. John Birdie, a double, a single, a run scored.
Leading off for the Yankees, the designated hitter, John Birdie.
Trying to think, do we bring in... Oof. Herrera doesn't hit lefties as well. Verdugo doesn't hit lefties as well. It looks like John King is warming for the Yankees, and it looks like he will pitch the 8th. Again, Birdie 2 for 3, a double and a single. Takes a pitch, called a strike at the top of the zone, 0-1. Fastball, changeup, slider pitcher is Robles. And now a little broken bat pop-up, back to the pitcher, 1 away. Bat head went farther than the ball did, as that brings up Bobby Witt Jr. 2 for 3, a double, a single, a run scored, and an RBI. And he skies one to right, fairly deep, but Yastrzemski has a beat on it, makes the catch, 2 away. And now I bring up Nolan Arenado, 1 for 3 with a 2 RBI single.
Nolan Arenado.
Swings and misses on a slider, 0-1. And this fouled back out of play, 0-2. And swing and a miss on an inside fastball, strike 3. We go bottom 8. Yankees still up by a run.
Your attention, please.
John King making his 29th appearance of the year, 4 and 3 out of the pen, a 2.43 ERA. Jose Herrera 0 for 2, putting hitting into a double play. Fouls the first pitch off, 0 and 1.
The catcher.
And that misses inside, 1 and 1. And that's chop foul, 1 and 2. And now this one, slow roller up the middle. Cabrera is there. Fires the first, 1 away. Good job closing the hole there. Now that brings up Alex Verdugo, 1 for 3 with a single. Takes a strike on the outside edge, 0 and 1. There's a strike with the cutter, 0 and 2. And fouls off a slider, still 0 and 2. That's in the dirt, 1 and 2. Just got a piece of the change to stay alive. And the 1-2. That's low, 2 and 2. And this is going to be a base hit to left center field. Dominguez will cut it off. Verdugo, good speed, but average speed, but will hold at first. Dominguez gets it in quickly. Now that brings up Xander Bogaerts' Adam Engel in the pinch run. There he goes. The throw down to second, not in time. The pitch was a strike. The tying run moves up 90 feet. Engel's 6th steal of the year. Oh, and I didn't even realize he went off and took third as well. Second I saw coming, but wow. And now this one foul. 0-2. One and two. And now this one popped up to right. Garcia's got a good arm. He will make the catch near the line. Engel will tag. The throw is up the line, and a better throw would have had him. And the game is tied at 3. Brings up Rafael Devers now. This is why we went to the lefties. This hammered foul 0-1. Verduga, the stolen bases. Was not expecting him to steal second and third. Swing and a miss there, 0-2. And now this one blooped to right. Garcia will make the catch. So both Sale and Quantrill are no longer the pitchers of record. King gives up a run in the 8th. And we go top 9, tied at 3. Engel stays in the game to play left field. Garcia stays in against Robles.
Now playing left, number 15, Adam Engel.
Now Crochet, Alcala warming up for this part of the order. Garcia takes one inside, 1-0. Was not expecting the stolen bases. And that's low, 2-0. Shouldn't say that. I wasn't expecting, again, if Garcia makes a great throw, if that's throws on line, he's out at the plate. The 2-0, skied down the right field line, 2-1. And this one chopped to first. Oh, and it eats up Dahlbeck. I don't know if they'll rule that an error or a base hit. They do give him a single on that one. Swing and a miss by Contreras, 0-1. And Contreras is going to line one to right field fairly deep and caught by Yastrzemski. Garcia has to retreat. He went all the way to second base, and if that fell, he was going to score. And that brings up Jason Dominguez now, who's 0 for 3. Contreras finally made really good contact and nothing to show for it. As Dominguez fouls this back out of play, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 to Dominguez. Swing and a miss on a fastball, 0-2. And now this one right back to Robles. He goes to second for 1, back to first. An inning-ending double play, 1-6-3. As Alcala will come in now for his 27th appearance of the year. And the Yankees, well, I mean, this was one of those games that was back and forth, and the bullpen could not hold it. Trevor Story swinging a miss, 0-1. Boston a chance to walk it off now. As that's fouled off, 0-2. And that's out of the zone, 1-2. Strike 3 called, caught him looking, 1 away. As that brings up Mike Yastrzemski, who's 0 for 3.
The right fielder, number 7.
And he takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. Oh, and he plunked him, a slider that got away from him. And now here comes Geraldo Perdomo as the pinch runner. Bobby Dahlbeck 1 for 3, an RBI single today. Takes a strike, 0-1. Dahlbeck 2 for 6 in his career with a home run off of Alcala. The runner going down the second, and he is in there. 0-2. And now this one popped up to left. Perdomo will stay put at second. 2 away, though. As Alcala trying to force extra innings. And now it's up to Christian Arroyo.
Now batting, third baseman.
Swings through a fastball, 0-1.
Arroyo.
There's a strike with the slider, 0-2. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. We're going top 10. Still tied at 3 here in Boston.
Your attention, please.
And Rex Brothers, his 51st appearance of the year, coming in out of the pen, a 2-4 record, a 4.10 ERA. Enrique Kike Hernandez goes into play right. Brian Anderson up 0 for 3.
Leading off from the second
Dominguez off of second. First pitch to Anderson, swung on a miss, 0-1. Anderson, fastball slider pitcher for his brothers. Swing and a miss, another fastball, 0-2. Hirokazu Sawamura warming in the Sox pen. Brad Boxberger warming for the Yankees now. And that misses high, 1-2 to Anderson. Fouls off a fastball, still 1-2. Strike 3 called on the inside slider, 1 away. And that'll bring up Ozzie Cabrera, who's 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. And this one hit to the left side, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Dominguez is being waved home. The throw is not in time, and Cabrera goes to second on the throw. It's an RBI single for Ozzie Cabrera, and the Yankees take a 4-3 lead. As now that brings up Tim LeCastro. And LeCastro chops one to third. Arroyo checks the runner, throws the Dahlbeck, 2 away. And now that brings up John Birdie, 2 for 4, a double, a single, a run scored. Would love another hit here. As that misses inside the Birdie, 1-0. And fouls a slider back out of play, 1-1. Just a little early. That's out of the zone, says the umpire, 2-1. And this one sliced on the right field line, foul, 2-2. Just missed that slider. And that's low. Count now full. Bobby Witt on deck. The payoff pitch to Birdie. Popped foul and out of play. We'll do it again. Strike 3 called. Caught him looking on the fastball. We're going bottom 10. The Yankees scratch out a run. At the end of 9.5, Yankees up 4-3. And Brad Boxberger will come in to try to get the save. A 1-1 record, a .92 ERA. And Jarren Duran 1 for 3 with a bunt single today. Pops the first pitch up to shallow right, which will dunk in front of Garcia for a base hit. So moving up 90 feet is the runner at third. And now that brings up Jose Herrera, the catcher. He fouls a pitch off, 0-1. And now this one chopped to Cabrera. He'll go to second for 1. The tying run will score, but it is a double play. And we are knotted back up at 4. That brings up Adam Engel, who's getting his first at-bat of the game as he pinch ran. And he's going to drop a bunt. Pinch ran earlier. And he takes a strike there, 0-2. And now this punched foul, still 0-2. So that's an unearned run against Alcala, actually. Strike 3, Engel down looking to end the inning. And we're going to go to the 11th. And Bobby Witt will lead off. 2 for 4, a double, a single, and an RBI. The Yankees running out of arms. As Garrett Crochet now looks like he will come in to pitch the 11th. And that pitch misses high to Witt, 1-0. The 1-0 to Bobby. Foul back out of play, 1-1. And this one smacked to right field. That's going to be a base hit. It's going to get cut off there by Hernandez. Witt will hold at first. It's an RBI single. Birdie scores easily. It's 5-4 New York, and that'll do it for Brothers as in comes Ryan Brazier for his 63rd appearance of the year, a 4.06 ERA. He will face Nolan Arenado, who's 1 for 4 with a single. And Arenado skies one to dead center and deep. And this one is off the top of the wall. Scoring from first is Witt. Arenado has an RBI double. It's 6-4 New York. Arenado's 18th double of the year, his third ribby of the night, now has 76 on the season. On a day the wind wasn't blowing in from center, this would have gone. Instead, it hits the very top of the wall, and now Avi Garcia 2 for 4. Well, a chance for more here for the Yankees. Swings to a fastball, 0-1. Garcia 2 for 4 with 2 singles. At the very least, you want to get that runner to third. Swing and a miss on a slider, 0-2. Actually foul tipped into the glove, it sounds like. And this one a slow roller to third, or short. Bogarts fires the first in time, 1 away. And that brings up Wilson Contreras, who's 0 for 4. And now you wonder, I mean, you don't want to lose Arenado, but at the same time, you want better speed on the base paths. So we're going to probably mix and match some stuff here. And have Joey Gallo come in for Nolan Arenado. He's not exactly fleet of... I mean, he's the fastest guy left on the bench. As Wilson Contreras... Oh, that's going to get away. Gallo will stay put. Oh, he might have been able to score on... If a faster runner, I would have sent him. And actually, Wilson Contreras has been so bad. I'm going to bring in Joe Mack, the rookie, to try to make some good contact here and get an RBI. Oh, and he popped it up. Right behind home plate. The catch is made by Herrera, 2 away. He put a good swing on it, but... Oh. And now that brings up Jason Dominguez. The infield was in on that one, by the way. So Dominguez 0 for 4. Swings to a high slider, 0-1. Brazier, a fastball, slider, curveball pitcher. That run off a third is a big one. As Dominguez fouls off a curveball now, 0-2. And he stays alive, does Dominguez, still 0-2. Oh, and that almost plunked him. Jackknifes out of the way, 1-2 on the curveball from Brazier. And that one, again in the dirt, 2-2. Strike 3 called at the knees. Dominguez down looking. And we go bottom 11 as Gallo will stay in the play first base. And Mack will stay in the catch. Crochet will come in for the save. Bogart's 0 for 3 with a sac fly earlier. And actually what you're going to see happen now. And you're going to see Gallo go to left. Olsen go to first. So Matt Olsen comes in. Bogart swings through a fastball, 0-1. There's a strike, 0-2. That's down and in, 1-2. Just got a piece of it to stay alive. Did Bogart, still 1-2. Oh, the umpire does not give him the 50-50 call. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on a backdoor slider. 1 away. Bogart's furious. Slams the bat down. And that brings up Rafi Devers. 1 for 3. And that's why Crochet is in for this save situation. There's a strike, 0-1. That's just off the plate. 1-1. There's a strike, 1-2. Swing and a miss, got him on the slider. Strike 3, 2 away. And now that brings up Trevor Story. 1 for 4, a double, a run scored. He takes a strike on the outside edge, 0-1. And that misses low, 1-1. Swing and a miss, blew a fastball by him at 97, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Crochet strikes out the side to pick up the save. The Yankees win in 11 innings, 6-4. Made all those defensive changes and it didn't matter. Crochet just strikes out the side. Bobby Witt, your player of the game, 3 for 5, a double, couple RBIs. Brad Boxberger gets the win. Had a hit and give up a hit and a strikeout. Rux Brothers the loss. 1 run and a ghost runner. 2 strikeouts, 2 hits, and Crochet strikes out the side in the 11th to pick up his 15th save of the year. I believe his second as a Yankee. No, it's never easy. It's always ugly up in Boston. Always ugly. And the Yankees have now won 2 in a row. They're now 82-38. And the Yankees sweep as they get a 2-1 win up in Boston. Another ugly game, another no decision for the starter, but yep, King gets the win. Cole gave up 1 run. Bednar, wow, they're actually losing 1-0. Bednar gives up 2 runs. It's whatever, Gibby. Like, I really don't care who it is, like, at this point, as long as it's, I just want it to be the Yankees. So, like, whatever, good for them. Like, it's already out of my mind. It's already on the 2023. It's already on the next year. Congrats, Houston. You have 2 championships. One of which is still under contention. But anyway, King gets the win in relief. Gallegos gets the save as he pitched a shutout 9th. I mean, I was rooting for Philly, of course, right? Like, but whatever, Gibby, we're already past that. That was a week and a half ago. Like, it's football season, baby. Let's go Giants. Like, I'm already moved on. I don't know about that, Gibby. I mean, we'll see. Yankees got to do a lot of work in this offseason. A lot of work. I'm not ready to just say, not ready to crown us just yet. So, but, oh yeah, what was I looking? I think the Rangers were on tonight, too, against Seattle. Yeah, I mean, if you guys were 500, you might have, yeah, it's 1-1 against Seattle after the first. That division's terrible. It's a terrible division. down south. So how, wow, actually outdealt Cole, but the bullpen for Boston could not hold it. Bednar blows the save, gets the loss. King gets the win for the Yankees. And, well, they're hoping that they'll get somebody good in the draft, Gibby, right? Like, that's the hope. It's obvious. So on Tuesday of next week, we will do Michael Pineda versus Brandon Woodruff. And then speaking of Houston, it'll be Cole versus Luis Garcia. We'll do that one as we've, well, we're struggling there. We were 4-8 in our last 12. All those 8 losses were all simmed. And then we won 3 in a row against Boston, so that's always good to see things figure themselves back out. So there, Robbie Ray got the win. So, but yeah. So I don't know if you saw, Gibby, but I've been streaming earlier. I've started streaming earlier because well, it just works better for me. Also, I've been super tired since my surgery. So I'm just it allowed me doing it an hour earlier, allows me to kind of get settled an hour earlier and make dinner an hour earlier and then go to bed an hour earlier. Yeah, that's a lot of cap space, Gibby. That's like the Giants, actually. The Giants have a lot of cap space next year, too. Giants are just overperforming this year, and mostly because of Saquon. So we'll see what happens. Maybe they cut Galladay because he's a joke. Yeah, so we sweep Boston, yay! And now we'll play Detroit and Houston next week. Detroit, Houston, Baltimore, Atlanta, and then Boston, Baltimore. Next week should take us through the rest of August into the beginnings of September. And, well, hopefully by my holiday break, we get through the rest of this season. Maybe we'll play some hockey before the next MLB The Show comes out. So we'll see what happens there. But, anyway, so that's our second game of the night. I appreciate, yeah, I don't know, Gibby. I don't know. I mean, that's like the, maybe they know something we don't, or like you said, maybe there's just something weird there that we just don't know about. So, but I'm gonna go make tacos. I'm gonna go watch some Impact Wrestling, and I'm gonna go ice my hand because that's what I had surgery on. Because that is really swelling up badly again, and yeah, I'm gonna wish you all a good night, and I'm gonna be okay. Hopefully, I take my pills in a couple of hours, and then go to bed. So, take care, everybody who hung out, everybody who popped in, and tomorrow, new game Friday. Probably gonna do more God of War. So I gotta put more time into that. I did play some of it earlier today, but gotta play some God of War. So we're gonna do that probably tomorrow night. But until then. Have a great night, everybody. Have a great rest of your Thursday, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Good night.